Hello, sixth grade trumpet players who are playing second trumpet in Atlantis. So make sure you look at the top left-hand corner and see if it says first or second trumpet. If you're playing second trumpet, you are on the right video. Congratulations, okay? So I'm gonna play from the beginning and I'm gonna end at measure 29 because obviously you've got a big measure rest there. And here again, I wanna break these videos into chunks because it's always good to practice in chunks rather than always just practicing an entire song beginning to end, okay? When you look at this song, we always want to check out, when we look at any song, I should say, we always want to check out our key signature first, okay? If you look at the beginning, there are no flats or sharps, okay? That does not mean we don't ever have to play flats and sharps. If you look at a lot of the notes in this song, you're going to see there are flats written all over the place, okay? For example, the second line, you've got a flat in the second measure of the second line. In the first measure of the third line, you have another flat. The deal is that even though the B flat isn't written in the key signature, you have a lot of B flats, so B's usually are going to be first finger in this song, okay? Another note you'll occasionally see, remember that flat in the second measure of the second line, you're going to see that E flat, okay? We have it again also in the first measure of the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth line down. If you count 5 lines down from the top, that first measure of that fifth line has an E flat, second and third, okay? We had been playing this E flat in our A flat scale, which we started working on in big group band the last couple times I saw you before we got out of school. So E's are flat. Here again, guys, if you need to write those notes in, if you need to put a number 1 above that B flat to remind you to play first finger, or circle it, or if you need to write 2 and 3 above that E flat to make sure you do that correctly, please do so, okay? Pencils are like magical, wonderful devices. You can like put things in your music. It's amazing. And it will remind you and make sure you play it the right way. So always a big fan of doing things right. All right, so I'm gonna play from the beginning to measure 29. This is a little slower than what we would eventually want to take it, but I wanna make sure we get comfortable getting those fingers going. After we get to measure 29, I'm gonna stop and there are like 2 or 3 measures I'm gonna play again, a little bit slower and just by themselves so we can practice a couple of things, okay? Here we go, 7 beats at the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest. Here's measure 12 and ready, here we go. Cool. So one of the measures I want to play 3 times is measure 12. Okay, this rhythm and this kind of melody happens a lot in this song. So this is that C, G, show me the. Remember from Down But to the River, we had that show me the way. This is that same rhythm, just different notes, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and we have that and at the end because the long note is not at the beat 3, it's not at beat 4, it's halfway between those two. So long, C, G, short, long, short. Remember, 8th notes are shorter. Okay, so here's measure 12 3 times just to practice that by itself. Ready? Measure 12. Let's do that again. Measure 12, ready and go. One more time, measure 12. Ready, here we go. Okay, so there's that measure a couple times, making sure you feel good about that. The other spot I want to do one more time is if you count back from measure 20, if you go to measure 19, measure 18. G, B flat, A, G, F, E flat. It's getting from the F to the E flat and then D. The reason this is going to be tricky is A, G, F, E, D. We do that in the B flat scale all the time. But that E flat makes it similar to the B flat scale and yet different. That always messes with our brains. So here is measure 18, okay? 3 times on this one. Ready? So it's getting that E flat in there. Try that again. Ready, go. One more time, measure 18. So just getting those weird E flat things in there. Our second and third combination is not as strong yet because we haven't had that note as much. So that's the first half of Atlantis. I'll record another video with the second half. So happy practicing, guys.